everybody.
Good morning, Governor.
Governor, we noticed you didn't mention. Senator Perdue's name. Is this part of an approach of yours to focus on Stacey Abrams?
No, look, I've been focused on Stacey Abrams. We've been waiting for this day for 3 years. What we're going to have to overcome to win the nomination, we're not taking for granted, but our sights are focused on what on who the real opponent's going to be. We know the Democrats are going to line up behind her. I stated the case today why I'm the best candidate to beat her in November, and conservatives across the state realize that.
Your primary opponent has been endorsed by the president, by former president. Can you talk about how you overcome that?
Look, I've said this about 500,000 times over the last 2 years. I can't control what other people are doing in politics, whether it's my opponent, whether it's people that are endorsing him. I'm focused on doing what Georgians want. I'm focused on making our state the greatest state in the country to live, work, and raise our families. I've been focused on getting us to the lowest unemployment rate in state history, fighting through a pandemic, protecting liberty and freedom, fighting for our kids in the classroom, and many other things, and that's what I'm going to stay focused on.
One issue that has emerged unexpectedly is the Rivian project. Is it located in the right place? Have you had any discussions about moving it or pulling back on it?
No, we have not. We're excited to have Rivian coming to the state of Georgia, 7,500 high-paying jobs, billions of dollars of investment. This is something that the local community's been working on for over a decade. It's disappointing that David Perdue's made this a political issue, but it shouldn't surprise people for a guy that outsourced jobs to China that he's not supporting bringing jobs to Georgia. That's what I'm going to continue to do, whether it's on that plant or other places around the state.
Quick question.
A lot of people are concerned about the gas prices right now. Of course, we just interviewed a guy yesterday who couldn't even afford a $5 gallon of gas. It's on $5. What's the timeline, and what are you doing to say that the city is now seeing these prices?
Well, that'd be a great question for the President of the United States. We need to have a better energy policy than we have right now. But outside of that, what I can control, we are working on, as we speak upstairs, having a 2-month moratorium on collection of the state's motor fuel tax. Is going to save people anywhere from 25 to 30 cents a gallon. I hope that's getting to my desk sooner rather than later in the next few days. I don't want to give a time frame because the legislature's kind of in control of that, but we've spoken to the Speaker and the Lieutenant Governor. Everybody's on board with doing that. We realize Georgians need relief at the pump, and we're going to get them that.
Governor, your divisive concept bill is going to be on the floor.
I'm sorry?
Your divisive concepts bill that is being carried by Bill Hacks is on the floor tomorrow. A lot's been taken out of it. In the end, for example, the University of Southern Georgia is no longer in it. There are other things that have been taken out. In the end, what is the goal of the legislation? Is there any teeth or any coverage in it?
Well, look, that's the way the process is supposed to work. It's supposed to go through the legislative process. The legislators are putting their stamp on there. I wouldn't want to weigh in. I haven't seen all the specific changes just yet, but this whole thing's a process down here. We're in the middle of working through it to make sure we have transparency in our public schools, and that our parents are the ones making ultimately the decision for our kids. Our kids aren't getting indoctrinated in our schools and other things, and we look forward to working through that process.
Last question.
Senator that dropped a bill yesterday, another Don't Say Gay bill. Just wondering.
Look, let me just say, on pending legislation, look, I just got back in town late last night. I haven't seen what happened yesterday. This is all part of the legislative process. We look forward to working with the members as we go through there. Our team's been very engaged. We're fighting hard for our students and our parents, but we're also continuing to thank our educators for the heroic work that they have done. And I believe at the end of the day, I'll be signing things that strike a very good balance that protects kids, brings transparency to the parents, but also continues to honor our educators with the great job that they've been doing.
And that'll be it, folks. Thank you. That way it's Governor.